Hey everyone, and welcome back to our story. In the very beginning there was nothing, just a vast emptiness. Into this void, God whispered his vision, weaving the fabric of the earth and sky with divine care. He shaped the clouds with his fingers and raised mountains like waking titans. With the world laid out before him, God turned to the one who would know it best. From the dust of the ground, he formed a tall, lean man. "Awaken, Elijah," God commanded. Elijah Hartman's eyes opened for the first time, one blue, one green, reflecting the majesty of the sky. He looked at the world in wonder. "Who am I?" he asked, his voice filled with a deep sense of justice. "Thou art Elijah," God replied, "a vessel to explore this world I have made." Elijah rose, his heart swelling with curiosity. The wind whispered tales of adventure, igniting a fire in his soul. "Every detail is perfect," he breathed. "Indeed," God's voice was warm, "but perfection is not without its challenges. Stand up for what you believe in." Elijah vowed he would, and with that he set out on his journey, driven by a divine purpose to steward God's creation. As Elijah explored, his eyes widened at the crimson and gold streaks in the sky. He listened to the symphony of rustling leaves and distant waterfalls. "Is this real?" he whispered. "More real than you can imagine," God's voice resonated in the wind. "Now go forth and embrace the wonders I have created for you." Elijah followed his heart, hiking through lush forests, climbing towering mountains, and swimming in crystal lakes. He met a family of deer, their gentle eyes full of trust. On a wind-swept beach, he marveled at the vast ocean. How does something so immense exist, he wondered. "By my will, everything finds its place," God answered from the roar of the waves. With each adventure, Elijah's bond with the Creator grew stronger. One day in a dense forest, Elijah felt the rich scent of damp earth. Sunlight pierced the canopy, and the air was alive with birdsong. At the edge of a meadow bursting with wildflowers, he saw a man gazing at the sky. The man was stocky, with a shaved head and a thick beard. He turned, his eyes shining with the same love for nature that Elijah felt. "Beautiful, isn't it?" the man said. "I'm Elijah," he replied. "Cassius Green," the man introduced himself. "I find my solace in the outdoors." They knew instantly they were kindred spirits. "Perhaps that's why we've crossed paths," Elijah mused. Cassius smiled. "There's plenty more beauty to discover if you're willing to join me." Elijah's heart swelled with gratitude. "Nothing would give me greater pleasure." As the sun set, Elijah and Cassius stumbled upon an ancient grove, humming with hidden power. The leaves whispered secrets to the wind. "You can feel the energy," Cassius said, awed. Deeper in, they found a clear spring bubbling with an ethereal light. Around it, unusual symbols were carved into the rocks. "I think they're a form of ancient script," Elijah said, his excitement growing. Hours passed as they worked to decipher the text. Finally, Elijah read aloud. "It speaks of a ritual, one that can grant communion with the spirits of nature." Gripped by both fear and fascination, they decided to attempt it. Gathering sacred herbs and crystals, they began to chant, their voices rising in harmony. Suddenly, the spring erupted in a pillar of light, consuming them both. In that instant, Elijah felt an indescribable connection to all living things, the pulse of the earth thrumming with his own heartbeat. Tears of joy streamed down his cheeks. Bound by this shared experience, they stood side by side, their souls forever entwined with the very essence of nature. Sometime later, sunlight filtered through the dense canopy as Elijah and Cassius walked. "Listen," whispered Cassius. Elijah closed his eyes and heard a low, melodic hum, otherworldly in its beauty. They followed the sound deeper into the woods, where they saw flowers that shimmered with an iridescent glow. The hum grew louder until they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in soft golden light. At its center stood a magnificent gnarled tree, its branches adorned with luminescent blossoms. By the heavens, gasped Elijah. It's as if we've stepped into a realm of pure spiritual energy, Cassius murmured. What does this magical place hold for them? To find out, get the answer at rodneyhamwrightbooks.com. Thanks for listening.